Hi everyone, it's Also Natural. Happy Wednesday, and the reason for this video is I want to let you guys know how very important it is for you to trim your ends. Whether you have natural hair or whether you have chemically treated hair, it is very important for you to trim your ends every 4 to 6 weeks or every 6 to 8 weeks. And especially if you start to notice that your hair has fairy knots on the ends, or if you notice that you comb your hair out and you see split ends going up towards your hair shaft, or when you are detangling your hair, it's excessively hard to detangle, and when you start to detangle, you're having a lot of shedding. You really should trim your ends. A lot of times I get people asking me questions about why my hair has not retained any length after a year. The reason behind why your hair is not retaining any length is because you're not trimming your ends and allowing the dead, damaged hair on your ends to come off. Once the hair is damaged, it's a wrap. Whether you have heat damage because you have used too much of your flat irons, or you've blow dried your hair too much, or you have chemically treated hair. Once the hair is damaged, that's it. Sometimes people can use apple cider vinegar and shampoo and use curly puddings and things of that nature to bring the hair back to curly stages, especially if you're natural and you have flat ironed a lot and you wet your hair and it never curls back to the curl pattern that it had before. There's ways that people have been able to successfully do that, but instead of buying a whole lot of products and trying to manipulate the hair to go back to a place where it really doesn't want to go, just cut it off at the ends and allow the rest of it to heal itself, and then it will go back to its natural curling pattern. But I just wanted to again come by and remind you, because I know that you guys know the reason behind why you should trim your ends. Don't be hard-headed. You cause more damage when you don't follow the rules of how your hair wants to behave. Your hair knows when it's time for it to be trimmed. Your hair knows when it's time for it to be conditioned. It knows when it needs a protein treatment. It's just up to us as an individual to listen to what the hair is trying to say and do it. So again, if you have been trying to grow your hair for a year and you have never had your ends trimmed, now's the time. Because as a hair loss practitioner, a trichologist, I can tell you that that is so very, very, very important to trim your ends. I know we don't like to do it, especially African Americans, because it's hard for us to grow length of our hair anyway. But trust me, if you do it, you won't regret it. I'm not saying get a haircut. I'm saying trim your ends. When you go into your hair salon, you tell your stylist you want to get a trim, not a cut, and get that mirror and make sure that they're not cutting your hair. And pay close attention to what's happening. Okay, guys, I just wanted to shoot you that video and just remind you how important it is to trim your ends. If you have any questions or concerns regarding that, please email me ausonatural@gmail.com. That's also natural@gmail.com. Give me a call, 706-631-5040, or hit me up on Facebook. That's all for now. Peace and blessings.